Hello dear students, welcome back to the NCERT Science class of 6th standard. Dear students, in the previous class we have started the study of 8th topic, that is body movement, in which we have studied, that is about the movement of different types of movements, and also we have studied the joints. Joints means these are the place or the region in the body where the two different parts of bodies are joined, that is called as the joints. And also we have studied the types of joints. There we wrote there, that is types of joints. There are 4 types of joints are there. By mistake or some mistakes are went down, that is joints of the types of joints that we make, types of joints in the previous video. Sorry for that. That is types of joints. The first one is, that is the different types of joint. Ball and socket joints are there. The first one, ball and socket joint. The second one is pivotal joint. The third one is hinge joint. Then fourth one is fixed joint. The different joints that we have studied in the previous class. Next, dear students, now we are going to study about the next concept, that is skeleton. Skeleton, you might have saw in movies and all, horror movies, that you might have saw the skeleton. Next, or you might have got the X-ray scanning. X-ray, there you might have saw the structure of the bones in the X-rays. See, dear students, when we get the complete X-ray of the body, we will get the complete body framework or the frames of the bones. The bones are the hard rigid structures which gives us a mechanical support. Yes. Next, dear students, the skeleton is a bony framework that gives the mechanical support for us. The next, dear students, in X-ray we will get the different bony skeleton, bony structures. See, the different parts are there. The first one is head part. The next one, that is it is attached to the neck region, that is called as the atlas, that is a skull. And here are different connected with the different parts. Bony frames are there, upper jaw and lower jaw. Then here the neck region. Here and after this one it will connected to the, that is the backbone. And again the backbones are connected to the ribs. Ribs are there. Then that is connected to the shoulder bones. The shoulder bones are there. That is pectoral bones also we can say. And after that one, pectoral bones. The below that backbone, the whatever the bones are there at the back region, at the down region, that is called as the pelvic bones. Then next skull is here. Then after this one we will study cartilage. See, first one, the carpals. See, when we get this X-ray of the hand, either left hand and right hand, we will see our fingers are appearing like that. 3 inches of fingers we will see externally. But when we get the X-ray, the fingers are connected up to the holders. Yes? See, these fingers, when we see under the X-ray, the fingers are continuing to be holders, that is tackle, that is these fingers appears along fingers, that is called as the carpals. That we will show here in our textbook as given, that is here. That is called as the carpals. The fingers appears normally, that much of size will appears, and in the palm region these parts are present totally from that part region to this region to that end region, that we can say that carpals, isn't it? Next, to dear students, the next region, that is next bony part, that is called as the rib cage. See, that very productive part of the body, that is rib cage, which protects the soft part of the spongy part, that is called as the lungs and heart. Rib cage is a bony framework which protects the lungs and heart. Isn't it? That is connected to the backbone. The number of pairs of the rings are there, semicircular rings are there. That makes the rib cage. Isn't it? Next, that is connected to the backbone. The backbones are having the number of units. They are connected to one another. That makes a long structure that starts from the posterior part of the neck, head region, that is connected to the head, and next at the pectoral bone, that is connected with a number of units are there. In between these backbone, a long soft structure is present inside the backbone, that is called as the spinal cord. Later we study the higher classes. Next here comes to the shoulder bone. Shoulder bone, that here when we see the X-ray of shoulder bone, we will see the two flat plate-like structures, that is called as the pelvic, that is shoulder bone, that is pectoral girdle, that we can say pectoral girdle here. Pectoral girdles are present that holds the shoulder bones tightly. Yes. The next after this one, shoulder bones, pelvic bones are there, that is present just below the backbone. Below the backbone, last unit of the backbone is connected to the pelvic bone that connects the thigh bones to thigh bones. Then next, dear students, skull is a round shape. It is very important protective organ. Protective organ or the protective cage, not a cage, protective skull. Protective part that protects the brain, very soft, very master organ, that is brain is protecting by the skull. Isn't it? The skull is formed by the joining of number of units of bones. Isn't it? The next, dear students, the next concept, that is cartilage. Cartilage is a soft, also called as a soft bones. You might have saw that air which we can fold. When we fold the air again, when we leave it freely, again it will be restated its original position. Here, that whatever the soft bones, are there, these soft bones are called as the cartilage, which is present in the ear, the nose, and trachea. Later we will study air pipe, that we can say air pipe, that is made up by the cartilage. Cartilage means soft bones of the body, mainly you will see in the ear. Isn't it? Next to dear students, muscles. See, bones are not enough to give the mechanical support. Along with it, the number of muscles are there in our body that gives the contraction and relaxation. Because of that only, in the living organisms, the movement occurs due to the presence of muscles. Yes, they are present in the fibrous bundles. They give the contraction and relaxation. They give the movements. Yes, contraction. The muscle shows contraction and relaxation. Due to the contraction and relaxation, the movements occur in the living organisms. When the muscle contracts, they pull the bones out. When relaxes, see what happens? There are two types of muscles. They are present around the bones. When one type of muscle contracts, the other muscle relaxes the bone. It means bone moves opposite of that contracted muscles. Isn't it? When one bone contracts, the another one muscle contracts, the another muscle shows the relaxes. Isn't it? Next, dear students, that is the movements in the living organism, and that are the movements in the other animals. How the other animals, like see, we have got the earthworm, snail, and cockroach, birds, fishes, and snakes are moving. See, they show the movements. See here in case of earthworm, when we see the earthworm under the microscope or externally also, large earthworm, when we see, you will see the ring-like structures. They are called as segments. The earthworms are having a number of segments. Segments are there. With the help of these segments, they show the movements. See what happens when we see take an earthworm, keep on a slippery place or glass and observe at the bending region. You will see the movements. See, in earthworm there is no any legs or any other locomotory organs. But the earthworm shows with the help of the movement with the help of ring-like structure that is called as the segments. First, it sticks the back part of the earthworm, then it moves front part. Then again when it moves front part, then it holds sticks the front part and drags the fourth part of the body, hind part of the body. Like that it shows the movements. Isn't it? Next come to the snails. Snails are very slow mover. You might have saw during the rainy season. Snails, it is having a hard skeleton, hard shell on the body of the snail, a round shaped shell is present. That is not made up by the bony. It is of calcium carbonate. When it gets any life risk or any risk, it will move inside the cell. Otherwise, during the moment it comes out of the shell. Then next, see here, in case of snail, when we see the ventral side, it is a voidish, it is having a ridges-like appearance. The muscles are having the ridges. With the help of these ridges, the muscle shows slow movements. Yes, with the help of ridges in the snail shows the movements. Come to the cockroach. Cockroach that will move by the different parts. They are having a pair of legs, 3 pairs of legs are there, and also the cockroach can fly with the help of wings. And also the cockroaches are having the cockroach can fly, can walk, and can run or can cling. Isn't it? 2 types of locomotory organs are present. The next, in case of cockroach, the jointed legs are there. 3 pairs of jointed legs are there, are having the muscles. Jointed legs. On the leg there is no any muscles. See next what happens, dear students? And they are also fly with a pair of wings. 2 pairs of wings are there. They will move. The next come to the birds. In case of birds, the body of the birds are the streamlined. Streamlined means the fourth and hind parts are the short and mid part is a dome shape. See what happens, dear students? That enables to move the bird in the current of air. The streamlined body, the big part is a short and the head part is also short. That makes the birds to move forward. In such situation, and again also the one more characteristics of the birds are having the hollow bones. The bone is totally filled with the air. Hollow bones. The bones in the birds are filled with the air. That is called as the pneumatic bones. The bones, in case of other animals like human being, the bone is filled with the bone marrow. Yes, but in case of birds, hollow bones are there. There is nothing is there that is filled with the air. That's why they are light in weight. They can fly. The body weight is very light in case of bird. It is because of the hollow bones, and that's why because of that hollow bones, they can fly very easily. Yes. The next, they will fly with a muscular wings. The wings are connected with the wings are having the feathers that helps in the movement. Next, come to this fishes. Fishes are also having the streamlined body, and also having the fins. Also having the fins, pectoral fin, caudal fin and pelvic fins are there. With the help of these fins, and then next body movement. In case of fishes, body movements, see what happens due to the curve movement. See what happens, dear students, in case of first the fish bends its front part, then again it bends back part also. See, due to the movement in the birds, in the fishes, curve movement, with the help of muscles and also fins, the birds, fishes will move forward and forward. Next, come to the snake reason. In case of snake, see what happens, dear students. Snake doesn't have the legs. Snakes are having a bony framework, long backbone that is connected to the rib cage, that are having the ring-like structures, and are having the scales on their body. And snakes shows the muscular movement. And these bony framework is present in the snake, that is connected to the soft muscles. These muscles shows the contraction and relaxation. Due to this, what happens? The snake shows the zigzag movements. Isn't it? That's all about the today's class. We will study in the next class. Thank you.